Hey everybody, and good afternoon. It is 3:09 by my clock, and we are here back again for the third episode of New Year's Restitution. This is episode 3 for the January series, New Year's Restitution. Not resolution, restitution. And what is restitution? We want to recap briefly by just saying that a restitution is something that you feel it's your get back. It's your recompense for something that you feel was taken away from you or stolen from you. And we know that a lot of people can't move forward into their next and their new because they're still holding on to their past and different things that they might feel that they're owed. And I'm not discounting it. It could be justifiably so. But I just want us to be conscious. I want us to be thinkers. I want us to be present. I want us to be purposeful in our pursuit of better and of excellence and just having a brighter future and being more productive and more accomplished in this year, 2025, and of course the years to come. So I said that I was going to take the time in January with this subject matter, with this theme, New Year's Restitution, to do a final address about the past and things that may be holding us up from our future. We're not talking about this after January. We're moving on to bigger and better things. I got things that's waiting, especially like February. February for me. Oh, and I have on the red and the black today. Oh, welcome to Wakanda. Do you see the headdress? These are some pajama pants, y'all, because I can do it like that. I needed to wrap my hair. I didn't feel like slicking it down in extra gel because I'm off work and I'm chilling, but it matched the t-shirt. So I just fashioned it into a little headdress. Yes, because she got fashionable skills too. But anyway, I wanted us to just wrap up the negativity. I don't want, and I know it's trending, and I know everybody's saying it, and I know it's clickbait, and I know that it's something that it's topical for this time of year. But I'm for real. I want us to wrap up in January all the loose ends, the low-hanging fruit about negativity and stuff that we're holding on to that's holding us up. Stuff that you're holding on, thank you, God. Stuff that you're holding on to that's holding you up. We're not doing that. After January, you can forget it, at least from this presenter, this social media presence, this content creator. We're not going to keep dwelling on the past. Y'all, I know. And then I tried to cover it a little bit, but it was still healing. That's what happened when you go too hard with the exfoliation on a sensitive part of your skin and very thin. You can see it coming through. But anyway, so restitution, you'll get back something that you feel was taken away from you, that was stolen from you, even to that degree, which it could be justifiably so. But we're also addressing restitution from a Christian standpoint. And am I saying that Christians are passive and I know that in the word we are presented a lot as lambs for the slaughter, because we are. A lot of times we give up what they say. We give up the right for the wrong. We turn the other cheek. We do a bunch of things in the name of our faith, our Father, our fellowship, and our fellowship. We do. And so it seems like we're at a loss, but I'm telling you from what I know, and it is not the easiest road. It is not the easiest road. But there are so many other things that we can attest that we do in our everyday lives that's not the easiest road that we go all in for. But turning the other cheek, looking to the Father to avenge us, giving it up to God, putting it in God's hands, and not just being cliche. I cannot stand that. I cannot stand when people are just so cliche and they don't even believe the words that they're saying out of their own mouths. It's just something that they do. Well, I'm going to give it to God. And you lying. The minute you say you're going to give it to God, you might pray about it and then you snatch that thing right back. Either we're going to be solid or we're not. Pick a side. Because if you're lukewarm, he's going to spew you out of his mouth. I don't even like stuff that's lukewarm. I love ice and I love drinks that are ice cold or something that's piping hot. The lukewarm, I'm not really for it. I know some people love lukewarm temperature beverages and stuff like that. I'm not for it. Lukewarm food. No. I need it to be popping hot. Or if it is a cold entree, I need it to be cold and crispy. So pick a side and stand therein. But at any rate, week one, we discussed what's the problem. We needed you to be conscious. We needed you to be present and aware. And especially if it's been something that has been prolonged, especially over years and years and years. So week one, we challenged you. We wanted you to identify what the problem was. If you're seeking restitution, especially if it's been over 5, 10, 15, 20 years that you're waiting on somebody to give you your get back and your due, I want you to just dive in and look at what the problem was originally, and have so many things change so far that it's not really even a problem anymore. You're just so used to the habit of holding on. I am not belittling or discounting what happened to you or what you went through. I just want you to be a conscious thinker about what it is that you're holding on to that's affecting your now. And if it's something that, I guess, like the big boy companies, you could write it off. Is it something that you could write off so you could keep moving forward financially, let's say emotionally? Is it something that you could write off emotionally so that you can keep moving forward? I mean, really. So that was week one. We wanted you to identify what the problem actually was. Now, if it's fresh and new, okay, it shouldn't have taken a lot for you to identify what that thing was and what's holding you up, something that might still be hurtful, or something that just really pissed you off and made you mad, something that you have to relive every time you encounter this person or this situation or this life space. We wanted you to identify what happened. Even if you needed to back yourself up and get clarity through writing the things out, the thing or the things, writing it out. Week two, we wanted you to identify what is the point. Okay, there was a problem, something happened, you holding on, whether it's a grudge now or just habit, or in the back of your mind, if it was 50, 11 years ago, it was something that you feel like you got done wrong. I told you I'm not belittling or discounting any of your experiences, because I've had a plenty of my own. But we needed you to know what it was. And then after that, what's the point? Why do you really want restitution? Was it just to say, aha, got you, and you need to admit to me? Was it accountability? You were wrong and you did this to me? Or do I really desperately need to prove to other people that I was the innocent person in the situation and that someone else was the culprit? It could be a myriad of reasons, but we just wanted you to identify what the problem was, what actually happened. Week one. Week two, what is the purpose? And I wrote, figure out what you want to achieve from seeking restitution. Now, today, it might sound similar. It's the 16th. So today is, what is the purpose? I asked you, will you figure out what's your why? Why do you want restitution? You know what happened. You identified the problem. Okay, why do you really want it? Is it for just a simple apology? Or maybe not a simple apology, a very profound, life-changing apology? Because if you've been living in this life and walking as long as I have, you know that some apologies you're just not going to get, sweetie boo-boo. You're not going to get them. Some people won't even live up to the fact or acknowledge the fact that they did anything wrong, and they know they did. But having it come out of their mouth, you can forget it. They will take that thing with them to their transition from earth to glory, or the other story. Okay? So, what was the problem and what's the point? Establish your why. Why do you feel that you want or need restitution? Today, being the 16th, we want to know what is the purpose. After you've established your why, we want you to figure out what is the purpose. Okay? The point, what is your why? Why do you feel like you need restitution? Is it going to be good with your heart, your mind, and your soul if somebody simply said, I'm sorry? They acknowledged it. Just a simple acknowledgement of the wrongdoing or whatever it was. Remember, restitution, you feel like somebody took something from you or stole something from you. So You identified what it was. The point was, your why was, hey, I need an apology, or hey, I need other people to bear witness. It wasn't me, it was you. I need you to acknowledge it. I need you to step up and own up. But then today, we want you to identify what is the purpose. After you get the apology, then what? And remember, even though this message is universal, and yes, I'm talking to everybody that will come through, this is a direct hit for the people who are in the way and who walk in the light and who claim Christian. Who you claiming? Who you claiming? Who you with? You claim Christian. There are certain behaviors that you're subject to. I mean, the choice was yours. He knocked, you opened the door. He asked the question, you say yes. You opened your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I'm with you. We down. Okay. There's a certain set of rules and standards and expectations that you are now accountable for and that you will be held to when it's time for God to call you to the carpet on any manner of things. If that's what you really profess and what you claiming, and if you're really true and authentic with it, and you're just not playing games, because of course he knows that too. So why would you even waste your time? Lip service, playing games, playing a role. Don't do that. So what's the problem? What's the point? What's your why? Establish why you feel like you want the restitution. And today, what is the purpose? Figure out what you want to achieve from seeking restitution. Now, is it something actually financial? And some people owed you the good Monties or the good property or the good material items. And you just want that, but you need your grandmama's pearls because they took them. Or you loaned them $10,000 and they never paid it back. Or $10 and they never paid it back. I mean, it could be anything. What is the point? Okay. The point, you established your why. Now, what's the purpose? After you do it, then what? First of all, if it's really something that significant, is you obtaining, and I hope that's proper grammar, but you'll understand what I mean. You obtaining that restitution, is it going to be something that will, as an end result, glorify God or help you to better achieve your purpose in life? And even just satisfactory as a human being, as a fleshly being, carnal. What are you going to achieve once you get it? Yeah, I want the apology. Yeah, I need my $500 back. Okay, $500. I can see that it will help you because it's going to boost your account again. I can understand that. Okay, so what is the problem? What is the point? And what is the purpose? And forgive me if y'all, my phone is actually ringing right now. If you hear it, please forgive me. I don't know how to stop it without shutting you guys off. Some sounds you guys can hear. I know it's weird. Some sounds you guys can hear, some you cannot, but I don't want to stop rolling because this is live. So I'm going to go ahead and finish wrapping up. Okay. What's the problem? What's the point? And what's the purpose? After you get the apology, or if it's material gain, after you get that back, what is it going to achieve? What is it going to achieve? Is it going to help you? Is it going to help someone else? Is it going to glorify God? Is it going to settle you enough to where you can now pick up your life and the pieces again to be productive for your kingdom call? Are you going to stop being a grumpy Gus? Are you going to stop treating other people who ain't have nothing to do with the situation? Are you going to stop treating them like trash and garbage? What is it going to achieve? What is the purpose of you really diligently seeking restitution? What's going to happen? I just want you guys to think. January, for me too, not just reflecting on the past, but making plans for the future. More specifically, the future of this particular year. And of course, things that will have residual effects for things to come. But what's the purpose? Or is it just a grudge that you just need to check the box off of and that you'll feel fulfilled? I hope that when you do an assessment, if you do an assessment, that it will be meaningful and that it will be purposeful, and it's not just futile and frivolous and childish. Please don't be childish, especially if you're a full-grown adult, and especially the kind of adult that like to tell everybody else that you a grown man or you a grown woman. Okay? What is it going to achieve? See, next week, we're going to look at what is the price of it all. Now, some things, restitution that some people want restitution for is what you might consider kind of minimal. But there are other things that people are seeking restitution for, and it could be justifiably so, that will blow up the whole world. It will open old wounds. It could open Pandora's box. It could start a tsunami of different things happening. Are you counting up the cost? What is the real price? If it's not anything, quote unquote, small, if this is like a big boy or a granddaddy of a situation where you need restitution for, I need you to consider maturely, definitely spiritually, seek God even in the answer to that. That's who I'm looking for. I'm looking for the mature saints. If you a petty Betty, whew. See, I feel a type of way because I've never been petty. I have taken many L's because of my authenticity. I have taken many L's because I'm a truth teller. I mean, a lot of losses to myself because I'm a truth teller. I'm not finna pull no punches with you, and I'm not playing with you, especially if you tell me you a grown woman or you a grown man. Let's be adult then. Let's tell the truth. So consider the price. It could be justifiably so why you want restitution for whatever happened or what was done to you. I am not discounting that. But think about repercussions afterwards. Or are you so on fire that you could care less? Hey, I have nothing to do with that. I'm just here to give you some sound advice. Are you about to blow up your life? Again, I guess if it was that serious. Are you about to blow up somebody else's life? Has this thing been going on for so many years? You about to blow up a whole family? Kids that don't have nothing to do with nothing? Are you about to tear up their life? You about to tear up a community, a workplace, a home, a church? Think about it. Think about it. And I pray that you made it to this part of the video. If this is you, I don't want God's word to return void, and I know that it won't. If it's sent from God, it's not going to return. It will achieve and establish what it was sent out to do. So for him putting it on my heart and in my mind and in my spirit and giving me access to this good phone, I want you to think about it. You could be well within your rights. This is not what I'm saying. You could be well within your rights. But if it's something that big, I need you to think about the real cost of what might happen if you open that Pandora's box. And I'm not saying, oh, you just should let it slide. Oh, let them go ahead and get that one off. Oh, get cheated. No. My point and my purpose is to make you think before you make a move. Week 1, we wanted you to figure out what the problem was. What the problem is. Week 1, what is the problem? Why? What happened where you feel like you need this restitution? Remember, it could be justifiably so. Week 2, we wanted you to assess what the real problem was. What the point was. Establish your why. I want restitution because, okay, it was financial and I need my $1,000 back. That's simple. That's plain. I want restitution because you lied on my mother and it destroyed our family. That's different. Okay? Different situations will have different details, therefore will have different outcomes. First week, I wanted you to figure out what's the problem or problems. Write them down, identify them. Whatever you feel you need to check off. Because remember, as far as me in this community, we're not going to keep rehashing stuff after January. January is tie-up month. January is getting rid of the loose ends, the low-hanging fruit. That's January. February and beyond, we got other stuff to do. It's too much work out here we got to get done because we live in our best lives. And I do love the song, and I do love Uncle Snoop, the D.O. double chisel. But that's not all we doing. But we going to tie this up in January. At least me and my audience anyway. Stay with me. And week 2, we wanted you to figure out what is your why? What is the point? Why are you even doing this? And then today, what is the purpose? After you get that restitution, what has it achieved? We want you to think ahead. We want you to be proactive and not just reactive. Reactive can further disrupt in a negative way. It can further disrupt your life. I'm telling you because I love you. I'm telling you because I've done these things the wrong way. And it didn't work out in my favor. So, of course, anybody who loves and cares for anyone else don't want you to make the same mistakes that they did. Hence, my transparency. Hence, me targeting these tough subjects. I ain't never scared. So, I'm trying to help you. All right. So, hopefully you did your homework. Wrote it down. If it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. Trying to hit it in January. We're trying to hit it and quit it. Then we want you to figure out what was your why behind the restitution. If it's financial, you just want your money back. If somebody borrowed your grandmama's pearls from the 1920s and they worth something, you just want them pearls back, that's fine. Whatever it is. We want you to figure out what it is, write that down. Then why? Well, because the pearls will be back in our family and it's a family heirloom. Well, because they owe me that $2,500 and I could buy my whole new next car with that. I mean, whatever it is, identify it, then figure out what your why is behind it. And then after it's all said and done, let's say you do get the restitution. What was the point and purpose of it? What you going to do with it now? Is it just, okay, now my family can relax? Is it just, well, now everybody see that I wasn't lying about whatever was done or said? What the why? And then next week, and this is a big boy, they all matter. But for next week, I'm challenging you. If you have established these other 3 points, the problem, the point, and the purpose, we want you to count up the cost. What's the price? Remember, not everything is just a quick, okay, I need my $10 back. Some of you guys have major things going on and it could disrupt another 20 years worth of life for not just you, but for other people. Special Ed said, think about it. Think about it. Y'all know I'm hip hop. Hip hop don't stop. The soundtrack of my life is the 90s. Gospel, R&B, hip hop, whatever. My life is the 90s. Anyway, I love you and I hope that I drop some things in your spirit for you to sincerely consider and think about, because, sweetie, no matter how hard it is, no matter what it was, and this is a person that's telling you that went through some frackanackle, for lack of more profane terms, because I'm trying to keep it where I won't get, censored or flagged or something. Okay. And I am Christian and I'm trying to do better with my mouth gate, and my mind gate, all the gates. But sweetie, I just want you to be aware. I want you to be proactive and not just reactive. And never would I take anyone's situation lightly. I have been through some hellish things on earth. And I'm not just this bubbly and jubilant just out of my own strength. It is because of my relationship with God. Because I'm telling you, your girl could have caught a case. Several. Orange would have been my new black, and I prefer black. I love orange, harvest time and all that. I'm a fall baby. September, Virgo, let's go. But no, I just want to help you. Because, quiet as kept, some people did try to help me with certain things, but like a lot of my big boy, big girl stuff, because a lot of people didn't want to get involved. A lot of people didn't want to have their name mentioned in it, although behind the scenes they was all in it. But when it came for the public displays of affection, the public displays of support, some things just too tough. And remember, I said stop holding them people hostage, because not everybody is going to be there for you on matters that you would like them to be. It's just life. So, what's the problem? What's the point? Then what's the purpose? After it's all said and done, what do you feel like you're going to get out of it? What was the purpose? And then what you going to do with it after you get it? You know, nobody knows your situation better than you do. So it's up to you to identify it. I just want you to be a thinker and not just reactive, because that could really mess up your life and then cause you to suffer for another 20 years. So next week, we're going to look at what is the price. Are you going to open Pandora's box? Is it going to be Armageddon for the people that you're seeking the restitution from? Hey, it's your life, your decisions, it's your details. I will not disrespect that or dishonor it. I just need you to think before you make a move. Okay, so that's it for today. I got to figure out who was actually calling me. I told you, if you guys heard that ringing, I apologize. I don't know how to stop this thing without cutting you all off or silencing the ringing. So I love you, and I hope this is helpful. I hope that it is profitable for you, and I hope that you will keep on following and keep on listening to some non-biased advice, non-biased love, because that's what you're getting from me. I don't know you, and then even if I do, it's always been my method and my mode to give you non-biased stuff. Yes, I could be in your camp, but wrong is wrong and right is right. And I know that it's way more people that respect me more than it is people that like me. I have had people that genuinely dislike me still come to me for advice and spiritual advice. So that ain't even my hang up. And I'm going to still give advice to people that I know is not down for me. Because right is right. God is God. Love is love. Okay? And on that note, I love you. Be good out in these streets, because like I always say, God not only sees you, but he hears you too. This is it for me for today. If the Lord allows, I'll be back next week, and we're going to discuss what the price is, because the price is the price. And once you put it out there, baby, okay, Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. I just need you to make the conscious decision to think before you make a move. Okay? Seek the restitution if you need to. It could be justifiably so. But think about what you're doing before you do it. All right? I love you guys. Stay up. And Lord willing, I'll talk to you next week. All right. Bye.